Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Hey besties, it's Behind the Shade, and I'm here to talk about The Real Housewives of Orange County, season 20, episode 7. All bets are off was the name of the title. Now, besties, you know I'm sick and on the shut-in list still, and probably will be for another month. So I was watching season 9 today. Had time. I stayed in, rested all day, and watched season 9 in and out. Dozed off. It's still on. It was on all day. Did you watch? But from my observation from a long time ago, because I don't know what year it was, Shannon and David's marriage was on the rocks. She was so skinny back then. And it was really odd watching her because it's like, at first I didn't recognize her because she was so small. Like she left David and got thick. And I'm not here to weight shame because I can't. I'm nice. hmm I'm on my little weight loss journey, but Shannon, okay. Then there was some episodes where she looked really, really good. Tamara was messy back then too, y'all. She just wasn't screaming and hollering yet. And Vicki and Heather, they still look the same. Tamara looks the same too. It's just that she changes her hair. What else? And it just seemed like, Tamara, Shannon, and Heather have just been at it forever. Forever. And then I learned that Vicki has considered Puerto Vallarta her second home since she was 23 years old. So, honey, I said, well, let me leave Vicki alone, honey. She don't have to live in Oklahoma. And I learned, well, in this episode that Brianna has 4 children now. I said, baby, Brianna and Ryan been busy, honey, and they getting it, honey. So, also, Tamara has been calling Shannon an alcoholic since season 9. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's all this tension that Shannon was going through because her and David were practically falling apart. They were not getting along. They weren't spending time together. She was just stressed out. And it just wasn't good. Vicki was dating Brooks back then. Child having drama with her daughter because that was the year Brianna had the first son. She was pregnant. Now and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember she eloped. Her and Ryan eloped, and so that made Vicki upset because that wasn't in her plans. And so she was pregnant with her second child, and it was a boy. So it was just like, okay, I'm connecting the dots, but we will get into tonight's episode. I just wanted to kind of go over what I was doing with season 9 and all the little perks and little facts I was collecting as I was watching. Okay, let me get some water and we will start with tonight's episode. Okay, so the ladies are still in Las Vegas. And they're headed to the Grand Canyon. So there is a part of Arizona you can get to from Vegas. So before they leave, Shannon and Jen changed rules because Shannon was just so up in arms about this room being loud. And production didn't there was no noise detected from the elevator, but Shannon's issue was more about Heather taking the best room before they even pick. And this made Jen annoyed because she was perfectly fine. She had unpacked toothbrush and a toothbrush holder. Let's kick it. And it's like, we're only here for a couple of days, and then you want to complain and you forcing the issue of changing rooms. That would tick me off too. I would be annoyed also because what are you talking about? Ain't nothing wrong with this room. We're in a suite in the Caesar's Palace. Like, stop being so inconsistent. Stop. Like, don't ruin my trip because you mad at somebody else. Go talk to them. Stand up for yourself. You should have said, well, no, I kind of, I want this room. I think it was unfair that you picked it before we got to see it. Let's toss a coin, like Heather has been saying. Good. How old are you, Shannon? Aren't you like 61, 62? Child. So they head on out. Vicki got a scooter because that knee is bothering her, and I don't know why this woman is wearing heels in this whole episode. Vicki, why are your knee is never going to heal? Let's be honest. It might get better, but it's not gonna heal. You're a woman of a particular age. You're still trying to wear heels for this camera. Vicki, it's okay to be in a tennis shoe. It is quite okay. Like, what are you doing? So they break up into two cars because it's like 8 of them. So in car number 1, we got Vicki. I don't know. What does it say, y'all? I don't know what my notes say. But it's Vicki, Carmella, Shannon, and somebody else. Is it Emily? No, Emily is. Oh, y'all. Anyway, no. Girl, anyway, was it Tam? No, it's Vicki, somebody, Carmella, and Shannon. So Carmella's daughter is sick. And honey, Vicki is like she was over there in Ultimate Girls Trip. She is in the transportation on her laptop working while she is en route somewhere. I mean, Vicki, it's been 20 years, girl. You still a workaholic? I guess that just don't change. But it just seems like you would kind of bring it down a notch as you get older. Like you can't keep multitasking. Your knee hurting, you're on a reality show, you're trying to work, you're trying to hate on Carmella. It's just like, can you detach? I can't travel with people that can't detach. You just like stop, like don't bring your laptop. And Vicki missed a moment to get to know Carmella. But she over there faking like she's working, but she's listening to Carmella. Now Carmella's talking about her daughter is sick. Then she talks about her portfolio, and then she talks about the business she went into with her ex-husband, the retired football player, and how he's not about business, and she had to quit her job for him. And Vicki is just like, something is wrong with this lady. Vicki just ain't buying none of it. Vicki has never liked the new girl, and I don't know why the new girl has to go through some kind of hazing just to get to Vicki. Like, who are you? So in car number 2, we got Emily, Tamara, Heather, and Jen. So who is that other person that I'm missing? Well, it must be Gina. Okay, Gina was in the first car. Okay, I cracked the case. So in car number 2, we got Emily, Tamara, Heather, and Jen. They're asking Jen, well, when I say they, I'm talking about Emily because she's so concerned. Emily, stay in somebody else's business. She just has to get to the bottom of stuff that she just got to get to the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. And I hope this is the last episode we have to keep asking Jen and Carmella about this business transaction. It's episode 7, for Christ's sakes. So Jen wants to know, like, Jen is telling them, like, what, they're asking Jen, like, what are you going to be doing with Carmella? Like, what's going on? Well, Jen don't know. She's like, well, I'm not an interior designer. I don't have a builder's contract license. I'm not a realtor. I'm not a broker. I really don't know what I'm going to be doing. Now, if she was just saying that to shut them up and keep them out her business, kudos to you, Jen. Kudos to you. I see a change in you, and I'm side eyeing you for right now. So they get to the glass bridge at the Grand Canyon, and it's steep, it's scary because it's clear, and all you see is down and drop. You just see nothing, just canyon down there, and I would not be able to. I wouldn't be able to look down. If I got on that glass bridge, I would not be able to look down. I would have to look out. And it's just so funny because we got accident prone women. Hi Vicki, hi Shannon, and then everybody else is scared. And I have not been to the Grand Canyon, but I've flown over it a few times, and it is huge. Even from up in the sky, it's a huge thing to do. It's huge. It's a huge canyon. Okay, so now the ladies have two choices at the Grand Canyon. They can either go zip lining or go visit the cultural center. So the ladies who go zip lining, they have to walk up 7 flights of stairs to get to the zip line. That was too much. Shannon and Vicki try to go up there. They're freaking out. So they turn back around. They can't do it because now Vicki is questioning her life insurance, her business, her grandkids, her daughter, her son-in-law. She's like, I got too much to lose. I'm good. And so Emily and Jen, they take off and they go. And it wasn't as bad as it looked. So Heather, Tamara, Carmella, and Gina, they are at the learning center learning some Indian culture. And then they go sit on a cliff. And then Tamara gets all emotional, kind of crying. And Gina is like, we like this version of you, Tamara. You okay? And so Gina tells her that Jen, they're telling Jen that she needs to talk to Shannon about Shannon's meltdowns and just all the mess she's going through about this hotel room. And so, they feel like Shannon has misdirected her anger towards Jen about this room when she's really mad at Heather because Heather got the better room that she felt like she deserved. And I told y'all last week, Heather is a brat. Okay. So Emily brings it to Shannon. So Shannon says how she feels. Heather pretty much is a hotel room snob, and she took the biggest room and told Shannon that Jen was going to take the primary room and then she could have what was left. And Shannon did not appreciate that because who are you talking to? Don't be telling me what room I'm going to get. She didn't like it because Heather has to have Heather's way because she's a brat. So, okay. They tell her, well, you might want to talk to her again about it. Okay. So back at the hotel, Shannon does tell Heather how she feels. And Heather doesn't agree with what she's saying. Heather never agrees. And I just really feel like, because she was doing that in season 9. She just, if you bring something to her, she's never going to accept that. But I think, wasn't that last week she took accountability for something? She never takes accountability. She's a gaslighter. She always wants to control the whatever. She always wants to take control and be in control, and you can't tell her nothing. She has to tell you. She's a control freak and a brat and a Capricorn. Ooh. So she doesn't agree. So she's pretty much like, tell me how you feel. We could have flipped a coin, So Shannon was like, well, I don't like hurting people's feelings, and over the last week, I have been feeling very lonely. And, I don't have anyone to go home to talk things through. Heather says, well, you should have said something. We could have flipped a coin and we could have moved on. I agree with the brat. But Heather, you need to stop. You need to share. You are rich. You'll be all right. Okay. Let the other ladies have some luxury. Okay. So cool. They good. So the ladies go gambling, honey. And Tamara is not a gambler. And Heather is winning. And Tamara pointed out, how come the rich is always winning more money? Why the rich getting richer? And Heather's like, girl, because that's the way it's set up. So Jen brings up to Carmella that the ladies feel like it's odd that she wants to build a business team with Jen before they built their friendship. And I'm like, shoot, business before friendship, honey, that might work out better. So Carmella's like, is it odd to support each other? Why are you women so just, why are you guys like this? They're like, no, we support each other. No, you don't. So Carmella's like, we have a new friendship and I want to support her. Two things can be true at the same time. Is that okay with y'all? Is that so weird? Like, do y'all, am I in a group of people who compete against each other? Insecure? What is it? I think Emily wants to work and make $20,000 too. I think she's like $20,000, $20,000. So Emily brings it up. And Vicki is like, yeah, that's a red flag. It's a red flag. And Carmella is asked by Vicki. Vicki's like, so like, where do you live? So now she's picking on her. She was like, I live in Rancho Santa Fe, and I have a second home in Orange County. Mind your business. Where's your laptop? You know what? Maybe Vicki does need to bring her laptop everywhere. If that'll shut her up and make her mind her own business. Vicki, why are you the same? You have not grown from who you were 20 years ago. You still don't like the new people. You still work like a dog. Girl, the way I kikied and ha when we were watching the Ultimate Girls Trip, when Portia said, we got to talk Vicki, we got to talk to her in her language. Policy, life insurance policy, agency, payments. The way I hollered. So Vicki is this is bizarre. Yeah. And your kids, you left your kids in San Diego. And Gina's like, people have different dynamics on how they raise their children, honey. She probably has to share her kids with their daddy, dummy. Did you think about that? Shoot. And why are you judging? Like, Vicki, ugh. And you know what? I used to really like Vicki. Not anymore. Nope, not yet. She better show me something else. And so Carmella is like, because I have a job. You work. I have a job. Remember me? So Vicki goes on and on and on about her leaving her kids. And Heather is like, Victoria, stop it. No kids. Kids are off limits. Move on. Vicki, don't talk to me like that. Heather was like, stand down, Victoria. Stand down. Shut it up. Shut it up. Carmella says, that's below the belt, Vicki. And she like, don't come for me about my kids, because honey, I got that thing right. Being a mama, I got that down. Me and my kids, we're good. we're excellent. So Vicki just thinks the girls are drinking Carmella's Kool-Aid. She don't get it. And then she gets on her scooter, honey, and she scoots off into the night. She says, I'm going to bed. Bye, weirdos. It was like, Vicki, yes, take your bleep to bed. So the ladies go to the club and have a good time. I don't know if Carmella joined them. Maybe, maybe not. But the next morning, she was mad. Okay. So Shannon is telling us in her confessionals about how she went to the club with Gina, because Gina was the party animal, honey, back in her college days. And she was telling her how to fist pump, honey, and Shannon was flapping them arms, and them arms was just getting the flap of everybody. They was get your eagle on, girl. Shout out to Nelly. And she was like, wait, was my arm flapping? Is it fat? I was like, it was flapping. It's not fat, Shannon, but tone it up, baby. So Carmella is upset with Vicki, as she should be. She wonders if Vicki is insecure because she giving her that bad mom energy. I was like, possibly. Vicki seems like she lives with a lot of regret. And she deflects. Okay. I think therapy will be good for Vicki. Where was I? Tamara tells Vicki that she was mom shaming Carmella, putting her in her place, checking her, being a friend. And I like that Vicki wasn't trying to go off on Tamara, but she's not, because she's scared of Tamara. She rather stay on Tamara's nice side, because she was saying that back in season 9. I was like, Vicki is scared of Tamara. But Vicki just wants Carmella to be real. She like, stop it with the vibrators and the business opportunities and these expensive purses. Just, who are you? But it's like, you don't like nobody new. Like, be quiet. What's not to like? She ain't done nothing to you. So now, honey, they are heading to Fremont Street. They're going to have some fun, And Heather is whose trip is this? I don't even know. Was this is Jen's trip, right? How come everybody else is planning something? Because I think somebody else planned the Grand Canyon. Well, anyway, this is Heather's turn. She's doing a scavenger hunt down there Fremont Street. The women have to break up in two groups to complete their fun tasks, honey. They got to eat a chili dog, take a picture of an animal. Somebody took a picture of a pigeon. They was like, here we go. They had to go zip lining, and then Vicki and Shannon said they would do it because they had to redeem themselves because they didn't do it over the Grand Canyon. And Heather had got them some good old showgirl names. They had to wear the ribbons. It was the sashes, it was just, I call them ribbons. It's late. They had to wear the sashes with their little showgirl names on them. It was really cute. They had to ask a stranger to take a video of them. What else? They just had a good time. And I don't know if somebody won. I think they was just having fun. So then they ride some kind of cart back to the hotel. So they're just having a good time. And Vicki is like, I have been on every kind of vehicle, like a zip line, the scooter, this other bus thing that they took back to the hotel. It was just really fun. And that was Gina's idea. So then back, hold on, y'all. They head to dinner. This is the last dinner. I think they're going to leave the next day. So Vicki walks to Carmella with Tamara, because Tamara got to police Vicki. And, the ladies are looking on and they're like, why is Tamara over there with her nosy self? Let Vicki and Carmella talk. So they call Tamara over. Tamara, come over. I got something to show you. Come here, girl. So Vicki tells Carmella that she's sorry and gives her a hug. And she said, I'm just one of those verify and trust kind of people. Verify and trust. Trust and verify. And Carmella's looking at her like, get to it, girl. What you want? Because I am not feeling you. Girl, don't let this Cleveland come out on you. Don't worry about where I live. You better be worried about where I'm from. Okay? So Vicki's like, I've been hurt. You've been hurt. And I made you feel horrible. Then we find out, honey, that Jen, Emily, and Gina confronted Vicki at the pool and told her that she crossed the line and she needs to apologize. And Vicki's like, I'm just doing it just so everybody can shut up. Oh, really? So this is not genuine. But she says she do want to make it up to her. So Carmella accepts and tells her she wants to move on. But Carmella, in her confessional, honey, she told us she ain't over it yet because what she said was awful. Yeah, don't talk about the kids. Kids are off limits. And Vicki, you should know that. You the OG or the OC, honey. What's happening? So at the table, Carmella shares that her boyfriend is at home with the kids and he's stepping it up. He's cooking steak the way she cooks it. And she said, maybe I should soften up a little bit. So then Emily is realizing that Shane is doing a good job too. And maybe she should soften up too and be more appreciative of him. And then we learn that Tamara don't give it up to Eddie anymore. She said at her age, she is exhausted. And I believe Tamara's 58? And she'll be 59 next month because she's a Virgo, a September Virgo. So they tell her that maybe she needs to schedule it. And so Vicki was like, that does not work. That wouldn't work for her because she got work to do. And she would have to cancel. So Vicki is saying, well, if you don't satisfy him, someone else will, because her mother told her that, honey. And so somebody told her, take his pants off. She was like, Tamara's like, I got to get the lingerie out. And oh my God, it's so exhausting. What do you know? Shannon, Tamara, you a little too young to be over the hanky-panky already. I mean, come on, girl. Come on. But hey, that menopause be menopausing, honey. Things be shutting down, drying up. Ladies of a particular age, So Shannon, they asked, well, what's up with you? And it's like, why would you ask the single lady what's up with her? Everybody at this table got somebody. Why would you ask her what's up with her? What, you got a vibrator to give her? Well, Tamara was like, well, I know it's been years. And she said, I'm good. Look, go on to the next thing, Claudia. If y'all know where that comes from. Go to the next thing, Claudia. Shout out to Funky Diva. She was like, I'm good. So they are encouraging Shannon to get out there again, find her a new love. It's time to start dating. And Heather told her because she hasn't been with anyone yet who deserves her. I was like, oh, so not David, her ex-husband. Who did she date after that? I don't know, y'all. Did she date anybody before John? Ooh, I don't know. Well, y'all know what? She got a boyfriend now. She has a boyfriend right now. I saw it on the Googler. I saw it on the book of face, honey. She got a man now. So they told her time to get back out there. And she's like, okay, I do need to get back out there because I'm tired of talking to my dogs. And I was like, Archie is tired of you talking to him too, honey. Now, Troy, he's a puppy. He's new to the family. He might like all that. But Archie could care less about what you're talking about, Shannon. And he wants you to get a new man too. He wants a new daddy. He wants a new daddy. And Bessie, that was the end of the trip. It was a good trip. They did a lot of good things, dressed up, went to eat, gambled, danced, Grand Canyon, scavenger hunt. I don't remember nothing from last week, but they had a good time. It's time to pack it up and come on back to the OC. And if you saw the previews, it's going to be drama, child. Carmella finna be condescending. She's about to, what do you call that behavior? Passive aggressive. And then Tamara and Heather get into it. Child. But besties, make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure that notification bell is on. Make sure you like the video. And if you like me, hype the video. Hype me up. Hype me up. And leave your comments down in the comment section. And I'll be back with another recap. It won't be till Sunday. It'll be the last part 3 reunion of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Bye, besties.